Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for what's going to be a very berry fall eye look using the Colourpop Zingara quad actually. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting with the usual foundation. This is my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation and my shade is 125 or Y315. This is my Holy Grail stick foundation, but if you want to hear about some of the other stick foundations that I really like, I will link to the top 5, a video that I did featuring my top 5 there. But this is my absolute must-have. Then I am following that up with concealer. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Cream Concealer. Mine is in the shade L11 Neutral, and I'm just applying that directly to my under eyes, around my nose where I can have some redness from dryness and allergies, and a little bit on my chin where I have, some breakouts and stuff. And then I like to use my fingers to blend it in just because the natural heat from my hands will help blend that flawlessly into my skin. Then to set all that, I'm going in with Kat Von D's Lock-It Setting Powder. It's translucent setting powder, but has come to be a fast favorite of mine because it gives a nice matte finish without looking overly cakey, overdone. It doesn't add a whole lot of extra coverage, but it does help extend the life of especially my concealer. The foundation I can go pretty well throughout the day without it breaking apart, but the concealer is so beautiful and creamy, but on my combo skin, it needs the powder to just help extend the life. Then I'm going in with the bronzer. This is one I've talked about a lot lately from Pure Minerals. It's the Glow Together Gradient Matte Shimmer Bronzer, and I'm taking my ginormous e.l.f. powder brush, the number 101, from their new Beautifully Precise collection, and I'm going in and bronzing up my face, up into the hollows of my cheekbones, my temples, and underneath my jawline. Moving right along to blush, this is the Essence Silky Touch blush in the shade Autumn Peach, very appropriate for a fall eye look, and I'm using the Beautifully Precise e.l.f. brush once again. It's the stippling brush from the collection, and it's what I've been loving lately to apply not only blush, but also highlight, as you'll see here. This is the Anastasia Glow Kit in That Glow, and I'm using a combo of the shades Bubbly and Dripping in Gold. They look super natural, but have a slightly bronzy golden undertone. Once again, perfect for fall. So I apply that to the tops of my cheekbones, and then I use my finger to go in and apply that down the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Now moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to be using some bold colors, but because these are Colourpop, so they're that slightly cushy, like combo between cream and mousse texture, I can because there is zero risk of fallout here. So I'm first starting with the shade Cornelius, which does not come in the Zingara palette, but I wanted a neutral, best friend blending color for my crease. So I'm just running that, using some windshield wiper motions throughout there to give me a nice base to help everything blend out. Then for the brow bone and inner corner, I'm going in with the shade called Jinxie. It's this beautiful, soft, shimmery gold shade. It looks a little bit more yellow in the pan than it actually translates on the skin. On the skin, it just gives this really nice, beautiful, lit from within golden glow. Then to really deepen the crease up, I'm going in with Elixir from the quad. This is an amazing matte burnt orange, but it's like bolder, it's brighter than a burnt orange, I would say, but burnt orange nonetheless. Anywho, I'm going in and just running that through my crease, then using a fluffy blender to help blend that all out. I'm also running it about 3/4 of the way along my lower lash line, not quite making it all the way into my inner corner, just to make sure it's a fully smoked out smoky eye. Onto my absolute favorite shade from this quad. It's this super pigmented cranberry shade. It's called Paradox, and I'm using a flat shader to apply that, starting in my outer corner where I want the most intensity, and then blending it in towards my inner corner. Guys, this stuff is pigmented. It doesn't stain the lids. I didn't apply a primer at all before any of these shadows, so I can say safely that this is one pink that won't leave you pink after you've removed it, but boy is it pigmented. So definitely be careful with this shade. Then I'm going back in with Jinxie and reapplying that to my inner corner, moving it a smidge into the rest of my eyelid just to make sure my eyes stay nice and wide and open looking with that bright inner corner. And finally, onto the last shade for this ultra fall look. This is Seeker from the quad. It's this super deep chocolatey brown but with a red base, so it really matches nicely with all of these pinky orangey tones going on in the look. I'm just applying that to my outer corner, really focusing that pigment on the farmost outer corner and then blending it in towards the center of my lid. Then I take that same fluffy blending brush that I've been using throughout the tutorial to soften all those edges and make all of those colors blend beautifully together. Last for the eyes, I'm going with a couple coats of mascara. This is L'Oreal's Voluminous Feline Noir in the shade Blackest, and that finishes up the eyes. I'm polishing off this look with a one and done lip color. It's the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in My Jam, one that I mentioned in my top 5 favorite fall lip products from the drugstore. I'll link that down below if you want to check it out. But that's it for this look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys!